Well, without the XM Bank, it causes significant damage to our global competitiveness.
Significant damage.
Significant damage. So when you take a look at how we compete around the world, we do have about 15% of our customers that need government backstop financing, where they can't get commercial financing, or backstop in case the commercial financing goes away. Now, if the U.S. doesn't have an export credit agency, which is what the Export-Import Bank is, then we can't compete with other countries that do. Every other country in the world that competes in aerospace has an export credit agency. And for customers that need government-based backstop financing, why would the U.S. unilaterally disarm in this globally competitive environment? So while it doesn't create...
But why would they?
Well, it doesn't make any financial sense to us. It's not the right thing for the country. The XM Bank today generates manufacturing jobs in thousands of companies in our country. It adds $1 billion of revenue to the U.S. Treasury every year. It contributes to a positive balance for the U.S. Treasury. It creates U.S. manufacturing jobs, and it promotes global competitiveness for the long run. And the companies that are really hurt most by this are small businesses around the country. In our supply chain alone, we have 6,600 small businesses. There are thousands of additional small businesses in the U.S. that depend on XM financing to get their job done and to compete globally.
So what would the future look like for Boeing without XM Bank? Can you even imagine it?
Well, we would be competitively disadvantaged, very clearly.
But what does that mean in plain English?
Yeah, for those customers that require government backstop financing, we could no longer serve those customers.
And they'll go somewhere else.
They'll go buy airplanes in Europe, or downstream they might go buy airplanes in China. They won't come to the U.S. if they can't get government backstop financing.
And so that means jobs.
That means loss of jobs, it means loss of competitiveness, and in the long run, it's just not a path that the country should be on.
Would Boeing have to, I saw GE, 500 jobs it's sending overseas to try to take advantage of some of those other. Is that what Boeing would be forced to do?
Ultimately, that would be the economic impact, is that jobs would tend to move overseas, or we would simply lose jobs here in the U.S. As you've probably seen in the news, we've already lost 2 international satellite competitions because we didn't have XM financing available for a customer who needed it. That has already affected hundreds of jobs here in the U.S.
This is not bluster that you're talking about.
Yeah, we've already lost hundreds, and frankly, if you go into our supply chain, thousands of jobs have already been lost. The aerospace sector in the U.S. today creates about 1.5 million jobs in the manufacturing sector.
1.5 million jobs?
1.5 million jobs. This is the biggest manufacturing exporting sector in the U.S. And people have to realize that not having an XM Bank has a direct impact on U.S. jobs. Not only that, it has a direct impact on long-term competitiveness in a global world.
What kind of, are we talking like thousands of jobs? If this doesn't, I mean, what kind of?
Thousands already.
But for Boeing?
Thousands of jobs. This is a big impact. Big impact.